So this is going to be part 2 on the Stihl Br420 blower, getting it back together and running and ready to go. So if you want to watch it, hang in there. We'll get right to it. So we're back on the Stihl Br420 backpack blower. We got the new coil in today, and I wanted to show you a little something I found out. This is the replacement coil, and you see how it's all nice and round, and it'll fit perfectly in this case here. Now, if you buy this coil here, is a OEM Stihl replacement. It's an aftermarket OEM, but it's and it costs about $30, $33. Now, you can they sell the same coil number if you look up by the Stihl number online on Amazon. Like this one would be like $15.99. But look at the difference. See how it's all squared off? And it will not fit in this older Br420 case. But it will fit in a Br420 Magnum case. And if you notice the difference, look right in here. See how there's no ridge there? And if you look in this one, there's a ridge right there. So keep in mind when you're ordering, if you don't have that clearance, you've got to have to get the one that's got the rounded edge on it, or it will not fit. I happen to have this one. It came out of this blower over here. Thought it'd just be a direct match over, but it wouldn't fit, so that's why we had to go ahead and order this new one. So now we're going to get on with putting it back together. I'm going to get this in, and we're going to see if we can get some spark. See what happens. Alright guys, so we're going to get this coil in. It has a tab right here that this black wire coming off the this wire here coming off the throttle cable hooks to, like so. Slide that on there, and then the other side of the kill switch wire is right here, and it'll hook on the screw that holds the coil actually to the frame. So we got our magneto ready to go in. We're going to slide it in here just like that, and I'll show you how to gap it in just a minute. Alright, so this thing just goes in here just like this. It just lays in there. See the two holes, and then we're going to take our screw. This one goes just like that, and then there's a screw right up there that goes in. So we're going to get those in, and then we're going to take a little a little business card and gap it, and I'll be back. I'll be back. I don't know if you can see that, but I got a business card in there. Already tightened the coil down. We got the gap right. Very tight fit, but you can do it. Also on this thing, on the last video I didn't tell you, but I took some 2-cycle oil. Even though the inside of the cylinder looks shiny, I took some 2-cycle oil and put down in here. You know, lubricated it real good, let it to so it can get down in that bottom half before we fire it for the first time, since it hadn't fired in a long time. So we've got the coil on, got it tightened down. Now we're going to put a spark plug in it, and I'm going to put the old Sparky tester on it, and we'll see if we can pull some fire out of this thing. You'll be able to see this, but we're going to see. So now we got spark, and let's give it a test rumble. Alright guys, so this is going to be just a test fire. I'm going to put some straight 2-cycle, well, mixed 2-cycle gas in this intake port right here, and we're going to just give it a little pull and make sure it's going to fire. Don't need very much, just before we go to all the trouble of putting the carburetor on and all that. Although I did check the compression like I showed you on the previous video, so hopefully it'll all be fine. So let's see. Oh yeah, I believe she's going to work. Let's do it one more time. Look at that, it's smoking. Uh-oh. Yep, alright. That looks good to me. Let's start putting the carburetor back on it. Guys, so we had to make a couple of mods on this thing. First off, I had to change the fuel line out because it was old. Got to do that anyway. This grommet was leaking a little bit, but when I put a fatter fuel line in here, it quit leaking. I also put a little heat to it and let it reform itself because I'm sure it was dry rot a little bit. This carburetor that came off the other one, I had to swap the air filter housing from the old one over to the new one because it has a little nipple that comes off the top of this carburetor that fits into here, goes into the air breather cover, whereas the old carburetor doesn't have that. It has the old housing that that came with the old round air filter. So this also is going to help us out, help this guy out. It'll be easier to find the square air filters that go in here, and that's going to be good. And so next thing I got to do is put this on here, and then I'm going to show it running again, and that ought to be it. You guys think I should use a hairdryer or heat gun, but let's make this fun. We'll get the old torch out. I don't know if it has any fuel left. Now this shouldn't take much. Like I said, it shouldn't take much. Get you a rag because it's going to be hot. Boom. Got just a hair too hot. We're going to let it mold back up. I'm going to put it on here now while it's still limber on the other one. That's all there is to that. Alright. We're almost ready to fire her up. Alright guys, so here's the final fire off. We've got it ready to go. Guys, so that's it on the Stihl Br420 blower. It's ready to go. If you like this little series here, two-part series, please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, leave some comments if you'd like, and until next time, I hope everybody has a great week. Jungle Bob out.